Have you ever wondered who you are and where you're from? I mean, I know who I am, obviously, but have you ever wondered about your history, about your ancestry? I had been wondering for years. I used to ask my mom, "Mom, where are you from?" And Mom would say, "Son, I can tell you that your father's family was nothing but a bunch of moonshine running hillbillies." Yep, she said that. And so for a long time I thought that's all there was to it. And the more I would press her about it, the more she would push back, saying, "Son, don't dig back too deep. You might find out something you don't want to know." And I'm like, what are we, lobsters? I mean, what are you trying to say? I think the honest answer is that my mom just didn't know that much about my dad or his family or his history. Now, of course, she knew about his parents and stuff like that and the stories from his childhood, but my wife's family has a detailed history of where they're from. They know exactly grandfather, great-grandfather, great-great-grandfather, great-great-great-grandfather. I mean, it just branches out, and they have actually this published book. It's not published per se as an author, but it's been a book that was written by a family member many years ago, detailing their family history. And I thought, that's so cool to be able to have that in your hands, to be able to tell others about who you are, where you're from, and be able to tell your kids, this is who you are, this is where you're from. And I had wondered that for a long time, but I had no idea. And then comes along this beautiful thing called DNA testing. Some years ago, a cousin of mine contacted me and let me know that they were doing some DNA studies on our family, the men in our family, and asked me if I wanted to take a DNA test. And I said, sure, because I was most certainly interested and wanted to know where we came from. Well, after all the testing was said and done, I learned that first my ancestors were Irish and Scottish. Now, of course, if you go a little bit further back, you find some Portuguese, you'll find German, and a couple provinces in the old USSR. But that basically is where I'm from, Scotland and Ireland, Ireland and Scotland. There was a specific marker in there called L226. And why is that even important? Why do I bring that up? Because L226 is very specific. A study on the L226 marker, as it's called, or Irish type 3 marker, was started, say, I want to say about 10 years ago, by Family Tree DNA. If it wasn't by Family Tree DNA, it was by another group related to them. Family Tree is not sponsoring this video, nor are they paying me to say this. This is just the group that I used to do my DNA tests. So you might want to check them out, ftdna.com. But they found that I had a very specific marker called L226. And L226 basically links me links the men in our family back to some very, very old clans in Ireland. Specifically, there was a kingdom called the Kingdom of Tuam. And the Kingdom of Tuam was ruled by a group called the Dalcassians. You can look it up online. It's a thing. It's an actual thing. Anyway, the Kingdom of Tuam was primarily located in the western regions of Ireland. Limerick, Clare, Tipperary were three. The Munster, Munster region of Ireland. But to make a long story short, they ruled the Kingdom of Tuam for a very long time. So our family is basically linked to one of the great kings of Ireland, Brian Boru. Bet you didn't know I was royalty, did you? I always suspected as much. Brian Boru, great king of Ireland. So we are definitely tied to him. There are some other names that you may have heard, you may know, you may be. Kennedy, McMahon, McNamara. Those are just a few names of guys, of families that we're kin to through our genetic history. So I'll see if I can come up with some more names, but from this article. But yeah, go on Wikipedia and look up Kingdom of Thomond, Thomond. That was a very, very old kingdom in Ireland. Now, our clans go way, way, way back. My good name goes back way, way before then, way before the mayors of Galway. There were a number of mayors who ran honorably and with their good names in Galway. God bless all of those good mayors and their families. But our side of the family goes back, way back to 5 AD. I thought you might find that interesting. I could go into more detail, but I don't want to bore you to death. But fair warning, I own kilts. Yes, I own kilts. I have the whole outfit. So come St. Paddy's Day and all of the pre-celebrations leading up to St. Paddy's Day, yes, absolutely, you will see me in kilts. I own at least 2. I plan on owning more than that. I am a proud card-carrying member of the Irish community. But I can tell you more about that. I've got so many great stories about that I'd like to share with you at some point. But like I said, I don't want to bore you too much. Anyway, I just wanted to give you a little bit of history, a little bit of who I am. I was born and raised in Columbia, South Carolina. I had 5 sisters, 2 brothers, and I'm a twin. Yep, there's Wayne and Dwayne. Yep, he is still alive and kicking. He doesn't live too far away from me. So yes, I am a twin, so be scared. Be very, very, very scared. But my mom and dad are passed away. I have 2 sisters who have passed. My family is scattered to the wind, but I do not have children. But Christine and I live in Lexington, and we are happy. We're happy to be producing videos. We love producing videos for you. It's just something we really enjoy. And we certainly hope that you will continue watching our videos and that you enjoy our videos. We're going to be going a lot more places. We're going to be seeing some more parks. There's still some more Christmas lights that we want to take you to see, and we'll be doing that this month too. So please, please, please make sure, if you haven't subscribed already, please do so. Make sure you tap that notification bell so you don't miss another video, and smash that like button if you enjoyed this video. I hope it wasn't too boring, but I just wanted to give you an idea, a little bit more of who I am. And I appreciate you guys joining us on this video, and hope to see you again on the next.